Once, a man named Louis lived in a village with his wife, Ella. Louis was poor and worked hard to make a living. Ella was unhappy because she wanted jewels and money. She often quarreled with him, as she dreamed of a luxurious life. One day, they went to a nearby village to attend a wedding. They were returning home after the event. Louis and his wife were crossing the forest. Suddenly, a group of bandits pounced on them.
"Give us whatever money or jewels you have,"
demanded the leader of the bandits.
"or else I shall slay your wife."
"I am poor and have no money,"
pleaded the man. Now, the wife happened to be a very greedy person. She knew that bandits keep a lot of money. Ella thought,
"This is a chance to get rid of my poor husband. If bandits kill him, and they take me with them, I can steal their jewels and money."
She at once turned to the leader and made up a story.
"Oh, please save me from my husband. He beats me and doesn't give me enough to eat."
She said it entreatingly. The husband was appalled at his wife's treachery. The leader of the bandits took pity on the wife and killed the poor husband. Satisfied with the turn of events, the greedy wife happily followed the group of bandits to their hideout. As soon as she reached there, she spotted bags full of precious jewels and gold coins.
"Oh, how I wish I could get those jewels and then lead a happy life with lots of clothes, food, and riches,"
she thought, and then began working out a way to dupe the bandits and escape with the wealth. Ella started helping the bandits by cooking tasty meals, cleaning their hut, and washing dishes. The bandits were pleased with her work. One night, the group of bandits had just finished their dinner, and they was getting ready to retire to their beds.
"Tonight,"
Ella whispered to herself,
"I will escape with a bag of jewels and money when the bandits fall asleep."
The greedy wife took a glance at the bags. She waited patiently for the bandits to fall asleep. The leader of the group was about to go to bed when he noticed that the woman was still awake. Realizing that something was wrong, he pretended to sleep. As soon as she saw that everyone was fast asleep, the woman stealthily picked up a bag of jewels and turned to go. But lo, standing at the entrance was the leader with his big sword.
"You are a liar and unfaithful woman. You made me kill your husband. And now you are planning to escape with the jewels.
He shouted angrily. The greedy woman was speechless. She had nothing to say in her defense.
You shall be rightly paid for your sins,
said the leader, and took the woman to a cell. On her way to the cell, the woman noticed a jackal that was about to eat a big piece of meat. But upon noticing a fish swimming in the river nearby, the jackal turned his attention to it and forgot the piece of meat he had. He dived straight into the water to grab the fish, leaving his piece of meat on the bank. But, alas, the fish wriggled away, and the jackal had no choice but to return to the bank, where he had left the meat. But no sooner had he swam out of the water than he saw an eagle flying away with the meat. The woman then understood how, like the jackal, she too had lost everything because of her greed. Moral: greed leads to downfall. Once upon a time, there was a minister in a city who hired servants with a specific agreement. If a servant decided to quit, he would pay a fine of 10 times his salary. However, if the minister fired a servant, the servant would receive 50 times the agreed salary from the minister. A boy named Michael was searching for a job. When he found out about the minister's rules, he decided to take the challenge. Michael muttered to himself,
"This minister is very cruel. He makes his servants work very hard and creates situations that they are forced to quit and pay him 10 times their salary instead of getting paid. I will teach him a lesson."
Michael knocked on the minister's door, looking for work. The minister opened it and eyed him critically.
"What do you want?"
The minister asked.
"I'm looking for a job. I will do any housework you need."
Michael replied confidently. The minister smiled.
"Fine. You will plow 20 acres of land. Bring wood for the kitchen fire. And you will hunt an animal for dinner by afternoon. If you quit the job, you will owe me 10 times your salary. If I sack you, I will pay you 50 times.
Michael nodded, accepting the challenge.
"Deal,"
he said, shaking the minister's hand.
"Start tomorrow,"
the minister ordered, thinking he had found another easy victim. The wife of the minister would serve him bread and a pitcher of curd for lunch, he was told. And there were 2 conditions for eating. The bread must not get smaller, and the curd must not be taken out of the mouth of the pitcher. Michael departed to do the job with a plow and the bulls. He was followed by the minister's dog. In the fields, Michael dug a few ditches. Then he smashed the plow with big boulders and made a load of the smashed pieces to serve as firewood. Then he killed the minister's dog and carried it home as his hunted animal for dinner along with the firewood. The minister and his wife were surprised to see him so early. They questioned. Michael told them what he had done. The minister thundered,
Get out of my house!
Michael said,
Give me 50 times my salary as a fine.
The minister's wife gave Michael a piece of bread and a pitcher of curd. Michael ate the bread from the center without letting the bread become smaller. Then he made a hole in the bottom of the pitcher and drank the curd. The minister sensed that he was going to lose the battle of wits to the new servant. He fell at the feet of Michael and pleaded,
Forgive me and go. And don't tell anyone about it.
But Michael said,
You have robbed many poor servants. You deserve no forgiveness. You shall pay the fine.
All right, all right. I will pay.
Michael said,
And you must promise that you won't employ any servant on such cruel terms.
The minister said,
I won't do this again to any other servant. I promise.
Then Michael took the payment and left. Moral: Be nice to people, or bad things will happen to you. Always treat others fairly and kindly.